Alright, this video serves as my final reflection for my networked learning project. For my project, I decided to learn how to knit on a round loom. So originally I bought this loom right here at Target. Oh. And we'll talk more about that in a second. So for this project, we could only use online learning sources, things like YouTube or online forums, online tutorials on sites like YouTube. And so I found two sources. The first one and the best one was just a YouTube channel called Loom a Hat, if that's helpful enough. And that one was my favorite by far. Like that got me through knitting my entire first hat, which you can see so graciously displayed here. And it was really easy, and it even showed how to make a cute pom-pom at the end. I enjoyed that video the best. As I finished this hat, I knew I wanted to make another one, and so I started watching a couple other videos. And the other one I found that I really liked was by a YouTube, a lady who has a YouTube channel named Angie Wade, and she had a couple different videos, but she had some that dealt with knitting on round looms. It was during this video that I found she had a totally new way of closing off the hat that I think is a lot easier, and just she went through each step a little more slowly. So that's another video. When I finish my other hat, I'm gonna use that one as my inspiration, I guess, for finishing it. So throughout this process, I mean, I learned to knit a hat. There's a cat next to me, if you notice. I learned how to knit a hat, and it turned out pretty well. I had a couple problems right off. So this was the loom that I originally bought, and this is really, it looks kind of cool, but it's really clunky. Like the edges are really thick. And when I was trying to use my little tool to get the yarn off, it was impossible. Like I don't know how still that's expected to happen. So I got some coupons and went to Joann's and bought a set. So my new set came with 4 looms. You could make everything. This is like for dolls and preemie babies, up to this size, which is used for like slouchy hats, or if you want to make a really big hat like this one. Like I want to be able to put my hair up into it sometimes, so I wanted to make it a little larger. This is my second project. Since my second update, I haven't really had a lot of time to loom. So you can see just the start of it on here. But this obviously is working better. This time I am using 2 strands of chunky yarn. I noticed this hat has kind of larger holes. And it's very warm, but it lets in a little more air. So I just I'm experimenting, guessing that this one's going to be a lot tighter and stay a lot warmer. So when making my hat, I really ran into one large problem on this one, and I forgot to knit off. So knitting off is just when you take the yarn and you loop it over one of my pegs, and it took me a couple rows to notice, and by that time I didn't know what to do. I was scared because I had several rows on. I was farther than this, and I didn't want to have to start over. And so I went around just skipping it a couple times until I thought it was looking really weird. Now it looks just fine, but it made 2 of the separate rows really close together, and I had it. Can't find it now. Oh, right here. And like I said, you can barely tell anything's wrong, but as I was knitting, it looked like a big deal. So I just finally had the courage and I knit off. So this was a great learning experience. Like now I know how to knit on a round loom, so I think that's a success, despite my struggles. So this was a great project, and I don't know, I guess I have a long future as a knitter ahead of me. So thank you.